welcome to Vlogmas week 3. Oh, look at that little leaf right there. And Timber's here with us as well. I mentioned in my previous vlog that we are moving into a new place. So something that I've been meaning to do for quite some time is do an apartment tour slash plant tour. I think my intention with posting videos on YouTube, Timber's just watching me, is to kind of just have a video diary of my life. And so that's what we're doing. I'm moving out of this apartment. I don't want to forget it. It was our first apartment in Austin. Actually, our first apartment ever. So, yeah, just don't want to forget it. And then I just wanted to show you guys our plants and where we lived for the last 2 years. I also wanted to mention that this is unplanned. The house is not in pristine condition, and Keith has already started to move some of our things to the other place. So I was like, oh, okay, I need to shoot this footage before this place looks drastically different. So I'm at the front door and I'm just gonna show you random stuff. So here is the front door entryway. We have photos from Europe. That was a priority for us. We got this in the trash room. So that's where we hang my purse, the dog leash, and then our masks are normally right there. There's some fresh masks there. There's some other random stuff up there. As we move into the apartment, this is the dining room area, which we have converted into our yoga studio. And you can see we have some beautiful plants over here. These ones, this is a filter for the air conditioning. Oh, there we go. So you can see more of the room. Barcelona print. This was found outside. Just in the neighborhood. Someone had it by their trash. So Keith picked that up about a year ago. And just thought it was very quarantine. It was the vibes, man. So these big plants are from our neighbor from across the hall. We have quite a few items from him. He moved to Mexico a couple months ago, and he just gave us all of his stuff. This is our watering tank for all of our plants, and this is one of our new beautiful plants, semi-new. And this guy does really well too, because we put these two mirrors there, and this light is reflecting off of those mirrors. This is kind of embarrassing up here, so we won't spend much time up there. That portion of the apartment was full of books, and Keith packed up all of our books. So, and then also that was just kind of like where all of my papers were. I was gonna sit down and organize it all, and I probably still will, but I might just move the piles and then organize it later because it hasn't been done yet. It was something I was trying to do before I twisted my ankle. But this is my desk area, my monitor, some prints, some plants, a bulletin board, and yeah. There used to be all of the books that I wanted to read right there, so those are already packed and gone. This is a print we got in Paris in 2019, and then these are just some photos from some Europe trips with Sean and Keith's parents. And this is our kitchen, strategically giving you this viewpoint because there's a ton of dishes in the sink. And this kind of happened organically on our whiteboard. This is a photo of Sean and I in Scotland and Keith and his dad in London. And it's just, I think, a lot of love in those photos. And then we went to Austin City Limits this year, and this is a cool patch. And then this is from California when we went recently. Oh, and our license plates we also have. This spot in the kitchen, this is a picture that we got from our neighbor Mike, and it is a way for me to get the filtered cold water, just room temp. And then Keith's mother got us this grinder, which gives us fresh grounds, which I didn't realize does make a difference. And then this is us in Venice. Cuties. And then we have the living room. Timber is in his standard spot on the couch, his bed, my bowling trophy, a timber collage that I gave Keith like many years ago. And that timber print is from Keith's mom. This is where we get the most sunlight, so that's where a lot of the plants are the same shelf 3 times. Oh, you can't really see this shelf over here, but there's also a shelf there with a dying plant, so I'm not gonna focus on that. All of our records. Keith graciously gave me this plant for Christmas this year, and I opened it over the weekend. And this is the bedroom, a massive king-size bed with the pillows that I elevate my foot with, a little mini tree that we got this year, an Allen air purifier. Highly recommend for anyone looking for an air purifier. It's really helped with Keith's allergies. This is a pothos that normally hangs really low, and one of the light bulbs burnt one of the leaves. Yeah, this is my nightstand that we recently, well, because Keith has one too, that we recently got from our neighbor, and I keep my tarot deck and my happiness 1-sentence journal on the top so I can remember to do those things. My tarot deck used to be in this drawer, and since I've twisted my ankle, I haven't been doing all of my self-care, and that's one thing that dropped off. And getting to my sentence is sometimes I forget, and so I want to like have it out so I can see. The cap to my water bottle, because I mostly just have it like this, I just leave it there. A salt lamp from my neighbor, and some Palo Santo and sage. This is my Simple Abundance book that I got secondhand this year, and it's just like a daily entry of reflection, today's pull, some chapstick, my headphones that I use when I meditate and do breath work, a cute little cutting plant, and then more angel wings and my e-reader. Oh, and this is from our dear friend Caitlin. She designed that. This is my favorite Beanie Baby, and this is the photo that I gave Keith when we were 16 years old, when he left to Japan for 2 weeks with his parents, some traveling money. And this is something that I inherited from my mother's mother. It is just a cat that she kept in the living room, and I used to pretend that it was real when I was a kid, so I asked for this. It's from Japan, Hawaii. Got the globe from our neighbor Mike. This is Keith in Japan. And yeah, this is us when we were little too. Don't mind the dust. I also like our alarm clock. I guess I will turn on the light right now. But that is how it comes on, is like it starts to glow in the room, and then it'll start tweeting like a bird. And you can also just use it as a lamp. And that is the time. These are some books that Keith's grandfather wrote about his life and about his life with his wife. And I can't wait to read these treasured family artifacts. Keith's reading them, and yeah, love to have that in our life. Here is the bathroom. This is my sink, Keith's sink, our closet, which he already took stuff out of. And here is our second bedroom. It is just okay. It is where Keith works, and it's another bed with a nice weighted blanket. And here is the exciting bathroom connected to the second bedroom. Thought this was a kind of a cool shower curtain. Got that from our neighbor. I also really love this part of the house. This is a cross stitch from my grandmother who passed away this year. And I just got it when I'm in this transition stage of living in different places that aren't necessarily where I was born. So I always like looking at that. And VW buses is a great interest of mine. So this is like a little manifestation dude that I've had for a long time. It's kind of a little sad plant right there, so just ignore that part. But these are feathers that we have collected at the disc golf course. That one is pretty impressive, but we have them all in a glass right there. It's another Europe photo that we printed. Sean took that of us in Paris. And that's the collage again, and then we also have some more Paris prints. These are just from a calendar that I made into prints, and then we purchased this in 2019 before we moved to Austin. And this is our shelf where we would put a plant right there and it would constantly die. And there's the timber print. We replaced the dead plant with a photo we take out every year. Keith's mom took him to see Santa. This was a Christmas gift that we got, and this is my bowling trophy. Well, that's a birthday gift, actually, the plate, just to give you all the specifics. Keith and I joined a bowling league and I just did well. I won a tournament, and this is a work event where he won too. Some of our bigger books in the second bedroom, and this is a sculpture that is in a museum in Paris that I really love, and so we got a little souvenir. And here's some more books that are under our coffee table. Japur is a really good two-player game. And here is our balcony. Very grateful to have some outdoor space, especially the current times. This is the corner filled with a bunch of stuff that still needs to get organized. And this is a table that we got in the trash room and a rug that we got in the trash room, so it's perfect. And this is a nice plant too. And we'll add some quick footage on plants. These are the plants that are in the second bedroom. Shout out to this plant. It like totally died. It fell off the shelf. It got really top heavy and died. It was like way bigger and pretty much continued, like these guys just started sprouting out of the pot. This isn't the same plant, like it's baby. And we also have some other plants that we're proud of. This one is doing really well. This one is doing really well. A lot of our plants can be doing a little bit better, but we're working on it. Here's just a closer look at the plants in the bedroom. We really like our emerald, and that was a cutting. This guy is frustrating. So much growth and so much life, and then kind of just stopped. So don't want to talk about it, just kidding. These plants are beautiful. This one I really like it. Shout out to Plant Party, of course, because Plant Party is the reason why we have so many of these plants, but they recommend sphagnum moss for your plants, and every plant that's in that does really well. And these are the plants that are on the windowsill. And that's the pool. And that concludes our tour. We live in East Austin right now, near downtown, and yeah, not for very much longer, but just wanted to show you what our place looked like.